So we're out here on location today to do a different test actually. It's one that I was asked to do last week, I think it was, or maybe the week before. I had a comment left on an old video of one of the dolly zooms that I did. Now I'm in the same location where I did those two dolly zooms, and the comment that I got was from a guy called James Starling 6970. Can you please try a bottom-up dolly zoom instead of the standard dolly zoom while moving backward? Love your videos. Thanks for the comment. And so I thought I'd come out and give it a try. Now I've never done this one before. I've always either flew around something, or I've done the typical dolly zoom where you back away and then you zoom in to give that vertigo effect. So we're going to get set up, and then we're going to get the drone up in the air, and we're at the same location as I did, like I said, a couple of dolly zooms before. If you've not seen those videos, I'll leave a card up there for you to check after this video. So let's get straight to it. We'll get the Mini 4 Pro, that's what we're using today. We'll get him up in the air, and we'll get this dolly zoom done, and we'll see what it looks like. Let's do this. So the first thing we need to do is get it up in the air, and I'm just checking the weather there on Drone Companion, and you can see it's absolutely fine to fly today. And like I say, we're just going to take it up over this tower, and then we'll show you how to do this dolly zoom. So there you go, this is the water tower that I did a couple of dolly zooms around, and I thought the best thing to do is to show you this where you've got some background, because you need to have, I'll just go up slightly, basically you need to have some distance between, let me just get him into, right, okay, you need to have some distance between the subject and obviously the ground. So I'm just going to get it roughly in the center of the frame, and then we're going to hit waypoints, and we need to hit C1. That's the C1 button, and then obviously we need to go up to get this effect to work properly. That should do. We'll hit C1 again, and that's put the second waypoint into place. Now what we need to do now is we need to go to global speed. We need to go to waypoint 1, and the camera action needs to be start recording, which is that one just there. Okay, and then we need to go to waypoint 2. Camera action needs to stop recording, and then we need to zoom in. Let's go for the full hog. We'll go to ×4. Okay, right, let's just check the global settings. Global speed's on 5.5 miles an hour. I think that's good enough. We can try different speeds if it doesn't work out. Okay, let's hit go. It always does that little twist when you start on a dolly zoom, but it should straighten up when it gets to waypoint number 1. There we go. Now it should start recording, which it has done. As you can see, that ground looks like it's coming up now. That's quite a cool effect actually. Now a friend of mine, Kevin Roberts, he did the same type of dolly zoom on his channel. I'm just going to cancel that. I don't want to return to home. I should have set it to hover. He did it on his channel, and he did have a couple of issues with it. The first one is if you have it 4K 30, you set the frame rate to 4K 30. If it's anywhere above that it doesn't seem to work for some obscure reason. If you have it set to 4K 60, it just does not zoom. Now, I don't know why that happens, but that's the that's the crux of it. So, okay, let's go back to next, and we're just going to change end of flight, and we're going to tell it to hover. Okay, right, we're just going to do the dolly zoom once again. So it's setting itself up. It's lowering itself down to waypoint 1. And then it should twizzle round as I've got it set. There we go. And you can see that ground looks like it's coming up. That's a pretty cool effect. I've not done this one, which is like the top-down dolly zoom. And there we go, and that's just going to hover in place. So I think that's a pretty good interpretation of the vertigo effect. I think in one of the Alfred Hitchcock movies, it did actually do a vertigo effect, if you like. So okay, let's bring it back and then we'll summarize it. So there we go. That's the vertical dolly zoom, which, like I said earlier in the video, I've not done that kind of dolly zoom before, but I think it's quite useful actually. Certainly, if you was above a church tower looking down, you could get the same kind of effect. But you do have to remember, you need that distance from your point of interest. You need a distance from the ground to make it look like the ground is lifting up as it's zooming in. I think it's quite a really good effect. So thanks for the comment, James, for the comment there, and hope you found the video useful. And that's exactly how to do it if you was going to do a top-down dolly zoom. One point to remember is, like I've just said, is make sure that you're going to get the distance from your point of interest to the ground, otherwise you won't see any movement of the ground itself. So there we go, that's the Mini 4 Pro out in action once again, and that's the top-down dolly zoom. If you found the video useful and informative, as always, don't forget, give us the old thumbs up, and if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. I'm sure you know me by now, and you might like to watch those couple of videos I've chosen for you over there, and if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.